Maria had always dreamed of being a mother. For years, she imagined holding a small, warm baby in her arms, whispering songs into tiny ears. When she finally became pregnant at 32, her heart felt so full she thought it might burst. She and her husband Daniel prepared everything: a yellow nursery, soft blankets, and a wooden crib Daniel built by hand. When the day arrived, Maria went into labor early in the morning. The hospital was bright and busy, full of rushing nurses and beeping machines. After hours of pain and waiting, she finally heard the first cry of her baby, a thin, sharp sound that made her eyes fill with tears. "It's a girl," the doctor said, placing the child in her arms. Maria stared at the tiny face. The baby had a little dimple on her chin and dark hair like Daniel. Maria kissed her forehead again and again. They named her Leila. For the next 2 days, Maria did not sleep much. She watched Leila breathe, watched her fists open and close, watched her eyes blink slowly as if learning how to see the world. Daniel sat beside them, laughing softly whenever Leila made a new sound. But on the third day, everything changed. A nurse came into the room with a confused expression. She looked at the baby in Maria's arms, then at a chart in her hand. "Mrs. Torres," she said slowly, "I need to check something. May I take the baby for a moment?" Maria felt a cold wave run through her body. "What?" "I just need to confirm something with the nursery staff," the nurse replied carefully. Maria hesitated but finally let her take Leila. When the nurse walked out of the room, Maria grabbed Daniel's hand. "Something is wrong," she whispered. Daniel tried to stay calm, but his eyes were worried too. Minutes felt like hours. Maria's heart pounded. Finally, the nurse returned, this time with the doctor. The doctor's face told Maria everything before he even spoke. "Maria," he began, "there has been a mistake. It seems that 2 babies were switched in the nursery after birth." Maria shook her head. No, that's impossible." Daniel stood up sharply. "What do you mean switched?" "There were 2 baby girls born within minutes of each other," the doctor explained. "Their name tags were mixed by accident. The baby you have been caring for is not biologically yours." The words fell heavy and cold. Maria felt the room spin. "But she's mine," Maria said, her voice breaking. "I held her the moment she was born." The doctor nodded sympathetically. "We are very sorry. The other parents have been informed as well. We want you to meet them so that the babies can be identified correctly." Maria felt as if someone had reached inside her chest and squeezed her heart. Leila, not her baby. She couldn't believe it. She didn't want to believe it. When they walked into the family meeting room, another couple sat there, tired-looking woman with red eyes and a man who seemed frightened to breathe. In the woman's arms was another baby girl. Both mothers stared at each other. The woman spoke first. "They told us the same thing. I don't know what to do." Maria swallowed hard. She couldn't take her eyes off the baby in the other woman's arms. This baby had lighter hair around her face, and yet something about her seemed familiar. The nurse gently placed Lila, the wrong baby, into the other mother's arms, and the other baby into Maria's. Maria looked down at the child now resting against her chest. The baby blinked slowly, studying her with calm, curious eyes. Those eyes were her eyes, Amira's exact shade of brown. A tear rolled down Maria's cheek. Daniel placed a hand on her shoulder. "She's ours," he whispered. The other mother gasped softly as she held Leila. "She looks like my husband," she said in relief. No one spoke for a long moment. 4 adults, 2 babies, 1 terrible mistake. Finally, Maria said softly, "I know now, but I still love her." She looked at Leila in the other mother's arms. "I cared for her for 3 days. She felt like mine." The other mother nodded. "Me too." The room filled with a quiet, shared sadness. The hospital apologized again and again. Papers were signed. DNA checks were ordered. Nurses cried in the hallway, ashamed and frightened. But the truth was clear. The mix-up had happened, and now the families had to find a way to move forward. That night, Maria held her real baby, whom she named Anna, close to her chest. Anna's tiny fingers curled around hers, and Maria felt a new, certain warmth spread inside her heart. But when she closed her eyes, she saw Leila's face too. For a moment, grief and love mixed inside her, impossible to separate. Daniel wrapped his arms around both of them. "We will love Anna," he whispered, "and we will always remember Leila. But this is our family now." Maria kissed Anna's soft forehead. A beginning, a truth, a baby who belonged to her not only by blood, but by a future they would build together. Slowly, painfully, beautifully, her heart settled into its new shape. The wrong baby was gone, but the right one was finally home.